What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel, your number one source for all things Dallas Cowboys. If you bleed silver and blue, smash that like button and make sure you subscribe so you never miss a beat on the latest breaking news. And trust me, today's episode is absolutely insane. We've got something massive to talk about, something that could change the entire dynamic of the Cowboys offense moving forward. The Dallas Cowboys have officially signed a monster running back, and yes, we're talking about the one and only Ashton Jeanty. This isn't just a minor roster move or a depth piece signing. This is a full-on game-changing acquisition that has fans buzzing, analysts reevaluating the NFC East landscape, and opponents shaking in their cleats. Let's get into it. Ashton Jeanty, for those who may not have followed the college football scene too closely, is an absolute phenom coming out of Boise State. This guy isn't just good, he's electric. He's the type of player that, every time he touches the ball, you hold your breath because something special might happen. In his final year with the Broncos, Jeanty put together one of the most dominant seasons in recent memory. He ran for over 2,600 yards, yeah, you heard that right, 2,600, and scored 29 rushing touchdowns. That's not even counting what he did through the air, where he hauled in over 600 yards receiving and added 5 more touchdowns. In total, this man accounted for over 3,200 all-purpose yards and 34 total touchdowns. Those are video game numbers. He was a Heisman finalist, a unanimous All-American, and arguably the most feared back in all of college football. Defenders knew what was coming and still couldn't stop him. And now, he's wearing the star on his helmet. Cowboys Nation, this is huge. We've seen the team go through a revolving door of running backs over the past few years since the decline and eventual departure of Ezekiel Elliott. Tony Pollard gave us some exciting moments and played with heart, but it was clear by the end of last season that the Cowboys needed a true bell cow back, someone who could take the pressure off Dak Prescott, keep defenses honest, and bring that physical, punishing run style back to the Lone Star State. Enter Ashton Jeanty. He's not just fast, he's powerful. He's not just shifty, he's smart. His football IQ is through the roof, his vision is elite, and his ability to break tackles and extend plays is borderline ridiculous. You want a guy who fights for extra yards on every carry? Jeanty's your guy. You want someone who can catch passes out of the backfield and turn a dump off into a 40-yard gain? That's Jeanty. You want a player who brings leadership, hunger, and a chip on his shoulder? That's absolutely Jeanty. This signing makes a statement. The Cowboys aren't content with just making the playoffs. They're not okay with coming up short in the divisional round. This front office knows the window to compete is still open, but they needed a jolt. They needed someone who could ignite the offense and bring a new level of physicality and explosiveness. And they got it with Ashton Jeanty. Now, let's talk a bit about how he fits into this offense, because this is where things get really exciting. The Cowboys' offensive line, while they've had some ups and downs, is still one of the better run-blocking units in the league when healthy. With guys like Tyler Smith and Zach Martin anchoring that line, you give Jeanty a crease, and he's gone. But more importantly, you now have an offense that can keep defenses guessing. You line Jeanty up in the backfield, defenses are going to respect the run. But when he leaks out into the flat or runs a wheel route down the sideline, that linebacker better be ready, because Jeanty has legit 4.4 speed and soft hands like a wide receiver. Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer now have a dynamic weapon who opens up the playbook. We're talking screens, RPOs, delayed handoffs, option routes, even some wildcat if they want to get spicy. The versatility here is off the charts. And imagine the red zone packages. No more stalling out inside the 10-yard line. With Jeanty, you've got a guy who can punch it in, catch the fade, or be a decoy while Lamb or Ferguson gets open underneath. This is the kind of addition that elevates everyone around him. It helps Doc because the pressure isn't solely on his arm anymore. It helps the receivers because safeties can't cheat deep. It helps the line because defenses can't pin their ears back on every snap. It even helps the defense because now we can control the clock better and keep our guys fresh. This is a ripple effect signing, Cowboys Nation. Now, let's talk about the mentality Ginty brings, because that's a huge part of this story. This kid is hungry. He's from the Dallas area, so this isn't just another NFL job for him. This is home. This is personal. When he was asked in an interview last season about his NFL dreams, he said, and I quote, "I want to be a hometown hero for Dallas." Let that sink in. This isn't a guy who's just looking to cash a check. He's playing for pride, for family, for legacy. You can't teach that kind of motivation. He grew up watching the Cowboys, idolizing the Emmets, the Zekes, and now, he gets to carve his own path in that same jersey. That kind of story writes itself. It's poetic, it's destiny. And let's not overlook the fact that the Cowboys got him at an absolute bargain. With how loaded this year's draft class and free agent market was, teams slept on Ginty, maybe because he played in the Mountain West, maybe because of small school bias, but that just made him even more determined to prove himself. And now Dallas gets to reap the rewards. We're hearing that Ginty's contract is team-friendly, with lots of incentives based on performance, which means he's motivated every single down to be great. He's not coming in expecting to be handed anything. He's ready to work, to compete, and to earn that starting job. And you better believe he will. The locker room is reportedly already fired up about the signing. Dak Prescott was quoted as saying he's extremely excited to work with Ashton and that he brings something special to the huddle. That's a quarterback who knows what a weapon looks like when he sees one. You can already picture it, Doc handing off to Ginty, who cuts upfield, stiff-arms a linebacker, jukes a safety, and turns a 5-yard gain into a 40-yard touchdown. The fans at A&T Stadium are going to fall in love with this kid fast. Now, let's look a little bit ahead. What does this mean for the Cowboys' season outlook? Well, let's be real, this makes the Cowboys a much more balanced team. They were overly reliant on the pass last season, and defenses exploited that. But now, with a legitimate run threat who can also be a mismatch in the passing game, it forces defenses to stay honest. That opens everything up for guys like CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, and Jake Ferguson. It gives Mike McCarthy options. It gives Kellen Moore-style vibes, but with even more juice. And when playoff time comes, cold weather, tight games, hostile environments, that's when a guy like Ginty shines. You want someone who can grind out tough yards, protect the ball, keep drives alive, and punch it in when it counts. Ginty has all of that in his game. I'll tell you right now, don't be surprised if he's in the running for Offensive Rookie of the Year, if not more. He has the skill, the opportunity, and now, the platform. The Cowboys are going to feature him, and the league is going to have to adjust. Defensive coordinators are already looking at film, trying to figure out how to slow him down. Good luck with that, because if college showed us anything, it's that even when you know he's getting the ball, it doesn't matter. He's going to get his yards. He's going to get his scores. And he's going to put defenders on skates. So, Cowboys Nation, the future is here. The backfield is in good hands. And the jersey number 24 or whatever number he ends up wearing is about to become a fan favorite real quick. This isn't just a signing. It's a statement. It's a new chapter. And it might just be the move that brings the Cowboys back to the promised land. So I want to hear from you. Are you hyped about the Ashton Ginty signing? Do you think he's the missing piece to take us deep into the playoffs? Let me know in the comments below, and don't hold back, I want to hear it all. If you're pumped about the Cowboys offense this year, drop a fire emoji in the chat. If you think Ginty's going to go off this season, spam that like button. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe, ring the bell, and stay locked in all offseason long, because this channel is going to be your go-to spot for everything Cowboys. Thanks for watching, y'all. I appreciate the support more than you know. Until next time, stay proud, stay loud, and as always, how about them Cowboys? Let's go.